Hello YouTube and welcome to the channel. My name is Lion and today we're checking out the Xbox developer live stream. It is about to start, so just try to pay the maybe attempt to pay the bills here. Like, subscribe, all that is a simple click and it helps me out so much. Just want to get that in there before the video starts. So let's check out what Xbox has in store for us. I am the most excited for Order 33. Turn-based RPG, looks pretty sick. The atmosphere, combat, audio, it just all looks top tier. So I'm excited to get more information on that. That's something I plan on playing at some point here. So I will shut up because it looks like we're getting into the stream now. So like, comment, I appreciate it, and we'll see what Xbox has in store for us. We got a lot of warnings there, I guess. And Doom Eternal was so much freaking fun, man. I am excited to see what they got for Doom coming up. So I want to be impressed. I want to be excited. I want to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass and that kind of stuff. So hoping Xbox can get me can give me something to look forward to here. I mean, there's tons of games to look forward to, but Xbox specifically. And is this where they tell us that Halo is going to be going to PS5? I don't know. But that is a rumor that I've seen floating around, so will be interesting to see what exactly we're told today. I'm glad they put marker squeaks on there. Thank you. Retro printer sounds. Right here, Sandfall Interactive right here. This one. Order 33. Looks absolutely sick. It's been a long time since I played a turn-based RPG with the mechanics of, say, Legend of Dragoon, where you have to time the button presses in order to extend the combo. Haven't seen that come for a long time. Team Ninja, okay. I'm excited already. You know, we haven't had like a proper hack and slash game for a while too. At least I haven't played one for a while, since Devil May Cry 5 maybe. That was peak. That was peak Devil May Cry, in my opinion. I'm ready.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the
So we got a cyberpunk-looking-esque cityscape.
Ninja.
Oh, is it Ninja Gaiden?
The Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo
I think it is.
struggle against chaos to this day.
I like the design.
Infiltrated the facility.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I like the design though. Yo, Ninja Gaiden was hard back in the day. Before Dark Souls, it was Ninja Gaiden.
No escape.
Oh, this looks sick. I like it already. Oh, I like it. Oh, I love the style. That's nasty. I want like big style. Over the top action, giant animations. I love it. Looks like a parry system. Oh, that was nasty.
This is it.
Oh, big sword.
Usa.
It is.
Whatever your clan is plotting.
Oh, okay. Dual protagonist?
So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa.
Ninja Gaiden 4. Yo, this looks sick.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年
Is
以
it
上
this
大
year?
変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり、容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション。
I'm surprised it's 4. I'm surprised it's 4. I kind of thought they might reboot it.
発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。
Team Ninja usually delivers on gameplay, man.
プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲーム
Like
という
DMC. A lot of people didn't like that game, and I can understand why with the character decision of how they went with Dante, but the gameplay on it was awesome. I really enjoyed the gameplay of it.
新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中でリュウハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、リュウハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
That was pretty sick.
黒竜がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となってい
I
ます。
saw that right. He like merged his two blades into one.
こ
Is
の
that
雨は
is that what I saw?
黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきた
Hardcore atmosphere of the series.
そこに
Yes.
さらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、
I really like
全体
the
が
the
プレイヤーに
setting.
牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
Got the bright lights and the neon of the cityscape,
前作より立体
Looks
的に
really good.
危険に満ちたステージを
and it looks
忍者や
fast.
シリーズおなじみの体術など
I love it so far.
乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエー
I
シ
still
ョン
got my Witch's Cauldron because it's Halloween all the time.
これら以外にも様々なシチュエーションや
I also just keep my mugs out, and this is the one that I know will fit.
ステージが
my
進むごと
coffee.
に上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
新しい主人公のヤクモはリュウハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス
I like his
一門を
design. I do.
天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
従来のシリーズからバトル
Nice.
スピードをさらに加速させ、
Heightens the speed of battle.
攻防を繰り広げることができます。
Yo, I like all that. Holy
さらにヤクモが
shit.
使える新要素、
When they show that, that looks really
し
fast.
たダイナミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの方では
Parry
これまで
system.
の忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態
Instant
が
kill
長く続く
attacks.
戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら、一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。 ヌエの方によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
I like that the enemies will block and react. It makes it a little
特にア
more
クションに関しては
dynamic
バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき
as opposed to like just kind of like
会
a
社の垣根を越えた
it-
密なやり取りを
a
させていただい
boss
て
kind of just runs on a script
今作の
where
主人公である役
you know they do attack 1, then attack 2, then attack 3, and kind of a reset, then cycle through 1, 2. You know what I mean?
例えばカラス、ヌ
If
エ
that's how I'm interpreting what they're saying.
が役もの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた
When they give you tools for skill expression,
もちろんヤクモでも健在です。
that makes combat
ヤクモと
way
竜
more
ハヤ
fun.
ブサは
It looks like they're
それぞ
doing
れがかな
that.
り異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。
God, that looks good. Yo, I'm a huge fan of that move. It's been in so many games in a fighting game, Bloody Roar, where you just take the opponent up and then drill them down onto their head and neck. I love that move. It's so sick.
忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの
Bloody
高いアクショ
Roar,
ン体験の継
shout out.
さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であ
Let
る
me know in the comments if you know Bloody
ダイナ
Roar.
ミックな演出も取り入れ進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて
I hope you
開発を進め
do.
ております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作
Yo,
品
I'm
になっております
surprised how much time this is getting. I'm here for it. I'm good.
長年にわたってプラチナ
Give
ゲ
me
ーム
more.
ズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで
I'm
開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発
I'm
表
definitely
することができ
surprised
て非常に嬉し
and
く思います。
I'm excited for this
2025
one.
秋に本作を皆様にお
Fall
届けできるのを楽しみにしています。
2025. Yes, here we go.
ご期待ください。
Something else to look forward to. PS5. PS5 was on there.
さて、本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。
What else?
こちらをご覧ください。
What else do we got? Wind whistles ominously. What else do we have? Grunting while fighting.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
This is a remake, right?
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Genshin, go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and
I think it was Ninja Gaiden 3. The only thing I remember from playing that, I think it was 3. There was this giant ass armadillo. Ninja Gaiden Black. I remember playing this, I
忍
think.
者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に
Maybe it was this one.
Xbox 360で発売し
But there was this big ass armadillo you had to fight.
皆様にお楽しみいただい
I
た
thought it was the
作品です。
funniest thing for some reason. I always called him Texas Armadillo
オリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、Unreal Engine 5
in my Ninja game.
グラフィックを
Texas
大幅に
Armadillo in
刷
my
新
Ninja game.
忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。
Using Unreal 5.
お楽しみ
Nice.
いただけるのはもちろん、リュウハヤブさんに加え、あやね、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日、コンソール、PC、そして Xbox
Today!
この後すぐに発売となります。忍者
Oh!
ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日
No
忍者ガイデン
shit.
皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ
It looks
本作をお楽しみください。
Really nice. Oh
今年はチーム忍者
man.
創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表
I might need to jump into this
忍者ガイ
tonight.
デン4を含め、2025年は忍者の年、イヤーオブザ忍者となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。本日はありがとうございました。
Alright, you got me. I'm in. I'm in. PC and PS5. Where we go now?
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada. At our studio, we
Ooh,
care
I like
about
that.
world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its
I
own.
really like that cover on that
From
book.
the magical noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For South of Midnight,
South
our
of
third-person
Midnight.
action-adventure game,
I
the
think
story
they
and characters
they
bring
announced this at the
folkloric deep
Game
South to life.
Awards, maybe?
This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of this is creepy. I'll give them that, for sure. It's cool though, I like the style, I like the setting. I love horror stuff, so.
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's
I can't
go.
imagine
Be rushed if you didn't.
having to go through a hurricane.
Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed.
Like,
if
forget
we
the
didn't
monsters
waste
and
all
stuff,
that
like,
time
it
at the
just-
shelter.
You gotta stay inside your house during a
You wanna
storm
break
and it's
this up
terrifying.
Right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
Oh. Didn't even pick that up. That's what I was
Hazel
talking
may
about
start
right
her
there.
journey as a typical 19-year-old, but
Thought my cat
disastrous
was coming.
events will push her into a darkly
Oh, she's here.
magical world
She's
where
not sitting with me right now.
she'll learn
It's
who
up on
she
the
really
couch.
is, and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
Coming
land
from a
itself
place where you
chooses Hazel as a
can
weaver.
find leftover bottles on tree limbs and
So
shit,
one
you don't
can
touch
see
that.
beyond the
You don't ever
surface
touch
and
that.
Tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry.
That's
Weavers can
it's
see the
funny that I've run
fabric
into that
lining our
multiple
world,
times while being in the
connecting
woods.
people,
You just
nature,
don't touch shit
and
like that.
echoes of the past.
Find a bottle in the woods, you don't touch it.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
What are her?
As Hazel
What are her
discovers her
weapons?
power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You
I like that. That's cool.
my salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both
Meet
the
a
guide
big
and
fish.
companion to Hazel across the game.
Brains
It ain't
out.
every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weavy thing and help me down?
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle,
Ah, there we go.
two
See, I
weaving
did
hooks,
miss it.
and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds,
I wanted to see some
Hazel
gameplay
will
there because the
master new
cutscenes
weaving
have
abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure
this
objects,
distinct movement and animation to
confront
them.
adversaries.
So I wanted to see how if the gameplay
Combat
mimicked that or
is about
not, but it looks to
understanding
be
and adapting
pretty
to
smooth.
different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
So it looks like you have active abilities up there on the left.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example,
So we'll
the slot
be
burrows on the
switching
ground that unleashes devastating
weapons and
strikes
stuff
from afar,
depending on the encounter. Can you switch
while the
real
Predator
time?
closes the distance
I would think so.
with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks.
I'm watching the
Your
attacks
close combat
on
is risky
the
and
top
can
left.
backfire because Aints have
Health bar's
powerful
up there.
defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills become the key to gaining the upper hand in combat.
What's the why?
Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage.
Who doesn't like a
during
good
fight.
force push?
Timing is
Huh?
everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos. Push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing L boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll
Strand
have to
push, strand
decide
pull,
which areas to
weave.
prioritize.
I keep thinking about this,
The
but
upgrades will
push and
change how you
pull
approach
takes me
battle,
back to
like enhancing area
Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy. Dude, I used to have, it was the light stands in those where you could pull them, and as you were pulling the enemy, I would play that on in multiplayer all the time. But you would pull the enemy towards you, and as you're doing that, you turn your character around, and if you press back in the light stance and plus attack, you do this sick stabbing motion behind you with your lightsaber. It used to look so freaking cool if you could get it. It was hard as shit to do, because you know the enemy player would be moving by that point or something. But you could get it. It would look so cool.
Backstories of these beings, once human or animal, were transformed by
I'm sure you were wondering about my my Star Wars game history, but there you go.
Fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's
How do you
past.
see push and pull and not
Hazel
think
must
about
experience these echoes before she can mend them.
Jedi stuff, you know?
What kind of
Especially if
person would
you're
talk to
familiar with the
someone?
games.
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique
So they
music
definitely hit
themes
the
composed for each
atmosphere and the setting in this game. I'm not sure on the combat yet. We're just kind of getting little clips here and there. I'm not sold yet.
Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic.
Ooh,
These
that's a big
encounters
boy.
feature multiple phases that ramp up in complexity. As the encounters progress,
Oh, I like
the music
I like the music.
shrinking the tension alongside the fight. Whether it's Two-Toed Tom or hugging Molly, each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
That's really cool that the music
We got a long journey.
escalates as the fight progresses.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll
Love a
travel
good
through
hero's journey.
tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rougarou. And as Hazel delves
Rougarou.
deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
I like paranormal
History,
stuff. I like
landscape,
that I
and
know some of
folklore
these
the American Deep South fill our
some of these
world,
creatures.
And our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits.
Yeah, that makes a little more
The weight of the
sense if
past
you're
emerges
the
in
person
central
that's doing
themes,
that
which you can see through
in
old
your
abandoned
own
buildings
yard,
and
not in
businesses
the
struggling
woods
to
somewhere,
survive.
or along
As
like
you
the road.
explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm
Makes
the
a little
last
more sense
person
now.
left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation.
That's what it
which allows
is.
our team to
That's
bring
what
a
I was
distinct
talking about.
personality and tone into every prop and character.
Mm-hmm.
Because this folklore is open
That's
to visual
what it
interpretation,
is.
we embrace the freedom to reimagine
When I
these
mentioned, like, you know,
creatures
how
and
does the
their
gameplay
stories
look compared
to adapt how
to
they look and to craft our own version
the
of
the
fantastical
cinematics here, the way they were moving.
At Compulsion Games, games, we love to craft around central themes.
Yeah, come on.
We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique
My cat jumped up. I don't know if
we
you can.
hope you enjoyed this deep
Hold
dive
on.
into South
Let me
of
see if
Midnight.
she'll say hi.
We're
Come here.
thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th.
Hello.
And pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
She's like, please, can I just sit down? Yes, here we go. I'm excited for this one. The music, the combat, the trailers that they've nailed it with this game. I really think this is going to be a banger.
Bonjour everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive and welcome to our manor. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG set in the fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and
That
kept
looks
pace in a
so
compelling world.
good.
I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
The
You and I
style,
started trading ideas right away, and
it's
that quickly turned
it
into
just
trading
looks
back
so
and
good.
forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come
Like, the
together.
combat
and
just
I
looks
shared it
so
with an old
engaging.
friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he describes the project,
Like with turn-based games, you just kind of issue the commands, you wait for it, you think about your strategy and stuff. For whatever reason, like this combat just pulls me in with the animations.
And we had that defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates
Story is
on
so
the
intriguing.
classics we love,
There's
and a
the
world
timing
that
of
is
the attack.
completely original, beautiful, and immersive.
It calls back to Legend of
We founded
Dragoon.
Sunfall Interactive on
For me,
these
it does.
tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
I really want this game to do well. It looks so cool.
This too is your legacy.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining
Wow.
ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned.
That
Our
is
story
gorgeous.
follows Expedition 33.
It's such a unique
Expeditioners.
premise. Like I just can't stop raving about this. The imagery, it's just
Early on
beautiful.
that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
I'm just hooked. Like, I'm just taking all this in. I wanted more since they announced this.
It's not all dark, though.
And what I like too is everything that they're saying is fantastic. The engaging story, the characters have to be relatable and real, and dealing with real things that pull you in, not just this supernatural thing that you can't really, it's there, but you can't really grasp. And I also like that it's not just good, evil. What is the Paintress? What are her motivations? Is she actually evil? What is she actually trying to do? Like, we understand the protagonist side of, wanting to survive, save family, that kind of stuff, but what actually is it? It's not just black and white, good, evil.
And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
He's a mount?
And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone
That's
has their
interesting.
own reason
The little
to join
anime
this
in
expedition.
this, I
Each
guess.
of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think
We got
players
pistol,
will really
sword,
connect with.
caster, I think. I didn't see the other
In
ones.
addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction, which gives combat
Nice.
greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time.
Wow.
But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies.
I like that. I like
Of that
the
formula lies
balance.
In the many ways you can customize your character.
It sounds good. Execution-wise, we'll have to see, but I like that. I like that
We
approach.
spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics
makes sense.
and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique
Menus
mechanic.
look good.
Mail switches
Skill
between
tree.
stances which can alternately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Mel the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustave's complementary skills.
That's probably what I would do.
Characters can also equip hundreds of passive
I like big
effects,
damage. I
which
like
in
big
our game
numbers and
I've
animations
called
and stuff.
Lumina.
That's guilty. I'm a DPS player.
Every character has more than 20 unique skills in the skill tree.
But I am
and hundreds
nothing
of passive
without my
effects.
tanks
They
and my
can get through
healers.
Lumina and weapons.
I appreciate you.
So there are tons of
More
builds
than you
and
know.
playstyle to explore.
I am
Needless to
nothing
say,
without you
we
guys.
can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Half the fun of these things too is making builds that break the game.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestrel Village is an early area in the game where
A lot of
players
these
can enjoy
visuals are
fun
just
breaks.
striking.
We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrels are like. The Gestrel village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a
Guys are
vibrant
just doing
place,
push-ups.
like an old graveyard of Gestrels, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in.
I mean, there's almost like a
Same process with
painting
the characters.
style
Logo
to
came in a
this,
single
to the
concept. I
graphics.
thought of a monkey
At least in that area.
white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Destro.
For Eske, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map.
Oh, wow.
And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll
I
definitely need
thought that's
SK's
what
help
I was
traveling
looking
around.
at with this dude,
We're super
SK.
happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side
I
paths
wasn't
and
sure, though.
entire
That's-
hidden levels. If you want
that's
to
cool.
find the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
Optional bosses
We've poured our hearts and
from
souls into this
exploration.
game
Love it.
for the
You can get
past
as much
4
out of the game
years.
as you want.
That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game
Nice,
Pass.
yeah.
You can already
That
wish
might
the
that
game
probably
and
sold
follow
me.
us for more
Probably sold me right there.
We
I am
are
so
super
excited for
excited
this.
to invite
I just
you
hope
to the world
nothing
of
else
Expedition
huge comes out around this
There is
time
no
because
passionate team. It's our debut
I
game,
really want to get
and
into
we
this.
Can't wait for you to discover our story.
It's
our
on
world,
Game
and
Pass.
our take on the turn-based genre.
Yo, I can't wait.
On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Looks really good. Did not disappoint. April 24th. Okay. Gotta mark that down. That might be a sick day. Now time for something completely different. I'm excited for this shit too. Dude, Doom Eternal was so much fun. It just did not
Hello,
stop.
and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where
I
more than
bounced.
30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever.
When? What are they
And
talking
the
about?
most important values at the core of our games,
Who?
innovation,
Who's the small team?
craftsmanship, and performance remain a priority.
Are they talking
for
about like
us
the
to
original
this day.
Doom?
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet.
Yeah,
This
let's
is
go.
Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Quiet metal music? Come on. No! Why?
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016. And that's
Oh.
given us the opportunity
Well, yeah,
to
that makes sense,
reimagine
given the
every
title.
aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom:
Sometimes
The
I
Dark
don't
Ages
think.
will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat.
Of course.
In Doom Eternal, you felt like a
And then let's
fighter
get to
jet.
the soundtrack,
In Doom:
too.
The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A
Still
grounded
fast,
combat
important.
system with an emphasis
I
on
love
power over
the movement
acrobatics
from
of
Doom Eternal.
And a balance balance between
Nice.
enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And
By
so
the end
for
of this
Doom
trailer, I want to be a
Ages,
little bit
it's
sweaty.
an all-new world with new tools
Give me something.
and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
Yeah.
Block. Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth.
All
on a
from one
single button
input?
press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And
Is
in
that what it
Doom: The
was?
Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Stand and fight. Maybe that's why that's why I didn't do. I finished Doom Eternal, but not that great. Maybe that's why it was jump and shoot.
Give you the strength to go head to
I'm just
head with some of the
dashing and
baddest demons we've ever created
shit.
it in. But that's not all. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail?
How about it?
Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a doom spiked mace? That's right.
Yeah,
we
now
have
we're
3
talking.
melee options that are part of a melee
3 melee options.
all on
Ooh.
one input, complete with combos and upgrades, and it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now
Big
with an
boot.
all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system.
Oh,
From any angle, in and out,
glory
as
kill
you see fit,
system.
and it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the
Yeah.
world with total freedom.
Yeah, I love it. Give me
Seems like a ton,
all
but that's
this.
just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
What?
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
Ridiculously powerful.
Mean. Ancient.
Boom. Holy shit.
Butcher. Impale. And shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools
Oh
of
my
mayhem
god.
that only the Slayer
Clearing out
has the
rooms.
power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
That's what we want to see. Want to see some gameplay without some cuts and stuff? Oh! I was like, dang, he's not going to make the jump. Yo, they weren't kidding when they said stand and fight and you're a tank. It's like Mjolnir, except the saw.
We've made our combat
Basically, you can
more
just throw saw on
flexible
something and it's
than
cool.
ever before, with a new
And hammer
difficulty
saw.
system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed
Fork
and
saw.
challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up.
What?
It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay
What?
doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very
God.
own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech. It's the size of a building. It's powerful. And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to
shit.
death with your gauntleted fists. And if that
And a big
wasn't
old
enough,
boot.
we also have for you your very
What
own
is this?
fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The
No
spectacle is
shit.
epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've
Yo,
made
I love that they
before.
just
And
take
combat
the
systems
ridiculous
behind these
and they
features
just
are
embrace
deep
it. Turn this
and
shit
fun to
up.
follow. And as cool
What a sure, let's give it abilities.
Action games expect more than just great combat.
Beat the shit out of giant stuff too.
So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe.
It doesn't even matter. When the gameplay pulls you in and takes you through like this,
dark forests,
you're just gonna go.
dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields,
Like you're just
and
gonna go.
worlds beyond. And through
'Cause you just want more
exploration, you'll be
gameplay.
unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures.
I do appreciate how
always something new
FPS
waiting to be
games
discovered
have kind of adopted some RPG elements to them as well, with skill trees and that kind of stuff, not just new guns.
In Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see
Classic
fit,
enemies there.
with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital
Really like weaving in the gunplay with the melee, the movement. That's what made Doom Eternal so much fun.
you fight and the objectives you pursue.
Oh, that's smart. That's cool.
It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
When the soundtrack moves you along with the combat too.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend,
On top of it, we have a story.
like everything else in the
You don't even need it.
is big.
You don't even need it at this point.
Blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it
Shout
was
out to the
make.
cameraman walking
And make
backwards for this shot.
something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases,
That was cool. April with 33. May for Doom. So is that it? Or we got one more?
I cannot move.
I haven't made many videos, but I know. I know exactly what that's like.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has a real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
Ninja Gaiden 2 Black played today. I might play that tonight. I really might. Yeah, that's it. All right. So pretty solid showing from Xbox. The unannounced game was Ninja Gaiden 4, which I was super excited for. I was surprised because I was not expecting Ninja Gaiden, but here it is. It looks fast. It looks stylish. I'm all for it. I'm excited. Fall 2025 coming out this year. The game that I'm most excited for is Expedition 33. I freaking love it. Just the scene, the animations, turn-based RPG combat with the real-time button presses to extend the combo, get more damage out when or block an incoming attack. I'm super excited. The music, the visuals, just everything about that game is I just want more. I'm intrigued. I can't wait to jump into that one. And then Doom just looks just insane. Looks like they are nailing the concept that they were going for. And then South of Midnight looks interesting too. That one being the one that I'm not as interested in. I'm not too sure on the combat itself, but I'm sorry, what am I looking for here? The aesthetic of it, the settings, the characters, the creatures, it looks like they've nailed that too. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Xbox definitely got me thinking and wanting some of these games and, jumping on Game Pass, that kind of stuff. But overall, I think Xbox is pretty solid with this direct, with this dev update. So good on them. Looks good, and it's definitely got me possibly playing some Ninja Gaiden tonight and looking for Game Pass come Expedition 33 time. So if you like this video, if you enjoyed watching this along with me, please consider hitting the like and subscribe. It's an easy thing, but it means so much to me. It really does help me out a lot. Going to be doing more of these videos. I am streaming regularly now as well. So if you're interested in that, jump on YouTube or Twitch. Hit me up, find me. Looking to interact and talk with you at any time. I love it. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. And I will see you guys on stream or in the next video, which hopefully I will be having a lot more of those coming out now in 2025. Hopefully this is my year. So again, thank you for your time. If you spent any of this with me, I greatly appreciate it. It means so much to me. Be kind to yourself, and I will see you guys real soon. Thank you.